This is Justin, and Mike sent me this film, which I had forgotten all about, and it was the day I got married in 1981 to Pauline, and he had come down, and I guess he took these shots just before the wedding. The wedding was on a boat, and I had my own boat, the Polo Primavera. It's Lindsay and Nancy, cousin Richie, who's not doing too well now. Pauline, me, we're looking very spiffy coming down. There's Margaret, I guess still in college at that stage, or just about out. That's again is Nancy, and that's my mom in the back. It's a little bit more. This is a very fast cut. That's the boat we had. This is a guy who was our skipper. There's Mike and myself and Pauline again, and Lindsay. That's Art, and Nancy's little girl. She's now a doctor, a neurologist. That's Art. That's me. That's Margaret again. Pauline looking very beautiful, and here we're about to get on the boat. Here's my son Art, who has already outgrown me, and he's looking very cool. And here's the boat laden with friends coming out, and this is Bill Isley's boat in front of it. A lot of guys I knew who were sailors came out. This is Sarasota Bay, and I'll see if I can name some of the people. Some of them aren't with us anymore. That's Bill Isley's boat. He was a good racer, and this is just a friend. I forget who that was. That's Carl on the boat, and that's Pauline's friend Diane. That's Carl up on the bow. There's one of the kids who sailed. There's Chuck Paranod with the glasses. There's Charlie Behan in the back. He just lost a leg. He was a fisherman. And there's Stanley Glenn. He was an old friend. He just died about 5 years ago at a ripe old age of 91. So he was on in years. He was in the mid-60s when this was taken. There's Margaret again, myself. I think that was the minister. That's one of Chuck's kids. I don't remember which one of the little girls. And these are some people on the boat, just coming around. There's Art taking some pictures, and that's the minister. There's Mike looking like Raskolnikov. Myself, Lindsay again, coming back. And, looking back at these, it's really amazing that I thought I didn't know this existed. There's Mike's wife, Melinda. They have since been divorced. The marriage isn't one of our strong points, at least in this side of the family. Chuck went through a divorce about 5 years ago, so those are his daughters. That's Carl Klotz, an old schoolmate. There's Diane Toes, one of Pauline's dear friends, and still with us. And so on down the line. Some friends from Pelican Cove. There's Chuck having a smoke in the back. Those are the wedding flags we had made up, and the boat was steaming right along. It could carry a lot of people. That's my mom. There, she was still in good health. She hadn't had the first touches of the cancer yet that in fact eventually got to her, so she was having a great day. She had her hair done up the way she kind of looks like George Washington, doesn't she? She always had that George Washington haircut. And I guess that's what happens when you get older. You kind of get into those fixed haircut ways. And here's the band. The band was kind of out of it, but they played a lot of classical music and so on and so forth as it went. And it was a great day, by the way. It was March 25th. That's the date of the Annunciation, when the angel Gabriel comes down to Mary and it tells her that she's pregnant. That didn't happen to Pauline. These are some friends from Pelican Cove. I think they were the motorboat crowd, and that's a little bit of around the Ringling Museum, and some shots, and this Melinda gives us very beautiful. And I guess that Mike didn't have his boys down. This is part of the wedding ceremony, and then this is the after-wedding ceremony, and so on and so forth. It's really nice to get married on the water. I really liked it. It was one of those days, one of those days in Sarasota where the weather's so good. We had lots of champagne, and lots of good times to everybody around. It was my second in marriage, so there's a lot of family members. They didn't attend because they figured, well, this guy can't make it in one, he's never going to make it in two, And in fact, they didn't make it in two. Just one of those things. It wasn't Pauline's fault, that's for sure. So, and you can see Michael there. It was hijinks going, and I guess the wind kind of picked up later in the afternoon. I don't think that JD. I don't know if JD made it down. I don't see him here. So in fact, I guess he didn't. Whatever he was doing, he kind of stuck to what that was. Unless I spot him here somewhere, and I don't think he did. I think it was Margaret and Art made it down. So anyway, thanks to Mike and his cousin Richie, who has succumbed to schizophrenia and is now living in Virginia Beach. But he was a welcome visitor, and he was a good guy. And he made great meatloaf. That's all I can say. And he was always friendly. Just the stress of life got too much for him. So anyway, with those kind of thoughts, there's Art Lair. Of course, he's over in Fort Lauderdale now. There's Margaret when she still had her braces on. She was trying to straighten her teeth out. And we're all having a big yuck. I think we're heading back now for the party, whatever they call it, the reception. We had that at the Pelican Cove. So I want to thank Mike for this. It was great.